Hey, Juhi.
Hello,
Hi,
Chef.
Juhi, we just went over to Tanisha's.
Yes, Chef.
We tasted something that was highly over-seasoned. She's changing it. My suggestion is taste everything that you have on
Yes.
the pan. If you want us to taste it, we'd be more than happy to.
I shall call you over if I need that.
Yeah?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Good luck.
Thank you, Chef.
So it's been an interesting visit to the truck of Tanisha that I went to. She's really going for her heritage and her roots, you know, the Khasi cuisine, and she's trying to bring that out and really innovate it and present it in a modern way. And poha is something that she picked out, and she's trying to really make a crisp of it. And alongside that, she's doing a nice chicken and a nice Khasi curry, which sounds very interesting. I'm already salivating.
Yeah. What I personally think when we went there was that she might be a tad overconfident, because when you're over-seasoning stuff, when things are too salty, it's usually a sign of overconfidence in a kitchen. I just hope that's not the case, you know, because she has a very good hand.
But on Juhi's food truck, I think she's doing something a little more safer.
Right, I like the sound of guava and chicken together. I just like the sound of it. I think it's one of those underrated fruits that hasn't gotten its due place, as I'd like to say, you know. Lobster and guava, classic combination.
Absolutely.
Seafood and guava, you know, such great combinations. It's just that we normally don't bring it into the kitchen. So anytime when you bring the humble guava into the kitchen,
Yes.
I'm excited, and I think she's doing a great job.
That's good. Can't wait to find out.
We had a little bit of fiasco picking up our ingredients yesterday. While till then, Tanisha and I were supposed to be her team. But yet, you know, there are quite a few ingredients that I would have liked to pick up and deal with today as my dish. But I think my dish today is going to be completely innovative and nothing that's been tried before.
I am going to want to bring out, again, Khasi flavors and show that even a simple, normal meal can look awesome on a plate.
This is the time for finishing. Take out the plate, clean it. Imagine your food on the plate now. Last 10 minutes, let's go.
I am not really happy with my progress because time is finishing and I haven't finished the main thing on my dish.
I shall stay more composed and make my...
There's no point looking at your watch because there's no time left. A minute to go, girls.
Girls, last 10 seconds of the ignition task of week 5 for the two of you. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
And 1.
hands off the plates, please. Great job. Juhi, Tanisha, time to taste it. Awesome. Who should we start with?
Wait, Tanisha, do you want to tell us what you've made?
I want to bring forth my northeastern flavors. So my version of a home cooked meal. It's a very normal thing to have this, what we call shatkala, which is just the turmeric, but the sauce is predominantly pepper based. So it's pepper and ginger. I rolled up the chicken with a white sesame paste inside and a representative of starch, which is rice. I've used the poha, flattened it, baked it in the oven to form that crisp on top like a net.
You know, Tanisha, if I may say this, the amount that you're expressing to us in words, we've never really heard you speak so much. So it's wonderful, and your plate actually shows that, and it expresses that. So, well done.
way you've described it has gotten us really excited to taste. But we'll go to Chewy first and ask her what the dish is about.
I've made spiced chicken on, there's some cheese on it as well. Poha citrus mash, and that's a spiced ginger guava sauce with it.
All right, let's do the tasting. Let's start with Tanisha.
Yeah. It has an amalgamation of very interesting flavors that I'm personally alien to, and I can see where you're coming from when it comes to your heritage or your lineage, and I'm really enjoying it. Love the black pepper hit in the sauce. I especially love the fact that you've gone out of your way to create a nice crisp with the poha. It's very, very clever. I just wish that you had perhaps seasoned it a little better. I know that your first one was over seasoned and this one is under.
Oh,
and
okay.
Thank you so much for that segment of orange. That really just cleans my palate and wants me to go back inside.
Thank you.
In terms of textures and technical things that you've done on the plate, you've done a nice roulade, which have you steamed it or poached it and then seared it?
Yes, I cooked it first along with the curry, and then I cut it and caramelized it before putting it on the plate.
I would have liked it a little more spiced, a little more seasoned.
Okay.
But I think the curry balances it out, and I'm glad you gave us some extra curry.
Thank you.
Nisha, the chicken, for me, is the hero of the dish. Very, very well executed.
Okay.
Okay. The curry, the black pepper coming through, very well balanced. So one thing is for sure that sesame is your magic ingredient, right?
Yeah.
And you should hold on to it. Keep some in your pocket. Okay.
Juhi, pretty looking plate. Love the colors. You know, you've got the nice bright orange and beautiful color on the chicken, and you've got a nice neutral base along with it with a contrasting plate of black. Did you use fresh guavas?
I used fresh guavas. I tossed it in butter and flavors, and then later I put juice, the guava juice, to add the sugar because I had no sugar on the truck.
Right.
So that's the only time I used some guava juice. Otherwise, it was just fresh guavas.
What a delicious sauce. I mean, it's really zingy and it's delivering the big guava message, you know. And it's such a nice combination with the chicken. So very clever, very well thought with that. Loved it.
Juhi, it's a complete dish in terms of putting a mash and a chicken and a sauce on the side. I think I'm really missing some nice root vegetables or even some greens, which would have, you know, just elevated the dish. But the sauce is really well balanced. I'm also a little unsure about the poha mash.
Chewy, very, very tropical. As far as the mash goes, did you add orange zest into the mash?
Yes, chef.
Okay. Now, yeah, I mean, a lot of times, too many bold flavors in a dish sometimes don't really work. You need one subtle, understated flavor. Probably the mash could have been that. Both of you are even Stevens. The rest at the judgment.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.